Hi, Craig Sigl here. This is part 2 of how to get over a bad round. Now, getting right to the point here, there's 2 things you need to do in order to wipe out a bad round from your psyche. 1, and this is the most important one, you've got to come to some sort of resolution thought about the whole experience. In other words, come to a conclusion that you can accept and live with about what happened that allows you to move on. For instance, after my bad round, I just told myself that I have those bad rounds every once in a while to remind myself that you never mastered this game. And that's why it's so addictive, and also why it's so satisfying when I do have a great round. See, it's the contrast of high scores that make the low scores I shoot such an awesome feeling. It's just part of the deal, and I accept that. I can live with that. We don't need to understand what mechanically went wrong with our game necessarily in order to come to a conclusion. If a mechanical flaw in your game is obvious, then sure, go ahead and get some instruction or work it out on the range if you know how to deal with the issue. What you don't want to do is walk around with an endless thought stream of, why did this happen to me? I need to fix it. It happens to everyone, like I mentioned in the first video. And here's the key going forward. More than likely, there's nothing wrong with your game. There's often nothing to fix. Don't go trying to fix something that isn't broken. Listen. Golf is a weird game, you know that. One day you go out there and you hit every fairway off the tee. Boom, boom, and then a few days later, you can't hit a 1. And then a week or 2 later, you're back to hitting every fairway again. Be patient, because more than likely, this is going to be the case for you if you take my advice here in this video. Because your golf swing or your putting stroke, it's not like a machine where parts get broken and have to be replaced like a car. No, human beings cannot be reduced to their parts like a machine. Sometimes all you have to do is wait it out. Which brings us to the second thing you need to do to get back on track with your game. Distance yourself from the event. You see, when we think of our choke or our bad round, it's kind of like an object that seems like it's right there around or in front of us. We sense it being close to us. Maybe we're in it. Maybe it just totally surrounds us. Now, what you want to do is have some kind of imagination or mental practice or intention to get away from it, literally. You ever hear people say, put your past behind you? You can think of that choke and you can push it away. You can walk away from it yourself, physically. You can drift off to sleep at night and breathe it out of your body. There's lots of ways you can do this. Be creative. Your way is best for you. Just get some distance between you and that round. It's just a mental intention. Now, to make this easy, I really recommend that you don't play any golf for a little while. Give it a break. Allow those overall good feelings you have about the game to come back on their own without being contaminated by your latest round. Because they will. They always come back if you give yourself some space to do just that. I'm Craig Sigl. Your swinging nut is good enough to go low.